ever threw, by the way, it will never happen. This was me back then, and even so I always did this to my brother, not anyone else. We had that type of relationship, but now I'm a grown-up and it's not allowed. Anyway, continuing. If I ever threw you something, trust me, it's not for no reason at all. I'm either defending myself or I'm just pissed off at you so much. Then apparently not also am I crazy in my brother's story, but I decided to disobey my mother's order of going outside and throwing the Nintendo on the stairs for no apparent logic, because I'm stupid. Crazy and stupid. My mother pissed. I tried to explain her that it is a lie. No success. My mother is mad at both of us, and making this and because we're making this fuss, we're talking over to each other. We're like, yeah, but he said this, but he didn't know. It's a lie. I want to cry, but I can't. I'm so pissed off and I'm upset that my mind crosses an idea of how sad it is the situation. My mother decides not to believe me the second time, so I say fine. I throw the Nokia brick phone on the floor, which I don't know why I did that at the time. I think I just had too many emotions going on. I just wanted to let those two know that I was very upset, but also that maybe deep down I was also so tired of carrying the most uncool object to school and being the girl in the corner known as a freak with her Nokia phone. No thank you. No more of that. My mother, shocked at my disrespectful behavior at that point, I decide to run. I run out of the apartment while I yell, I'm not coming back. Yes, it got that serious, and my mother from behind, while I'm 10 feet away already, I hear her say, wait until you get back home. I just said I'm not coming back. Again, the third truth my mother did not believe yet. I knew I gotten more into a deeper hole, because now I got two people pissed waiting me home. With another season of flip flop and back in my day's lecture, but no time to think what I have done. The reason why I left was because I was upset and my mind was telling me to release these emotions, to have a break from everything. So I went into this popular town area where there was a big church and bell next to it. One of my favorite places in Spain back then. It was that popular that most of my classmates will be hanging around that area. Since the school is actually 18 feet away from the church, so I'm going to cut this part off and continue with the other. Sorry, I'm stuttering because I've been reading too much. With the other footage, because I need to cut it off. It's way too much footage right now. So see you in the next footage. So we are on the next part of the story time. So I went to this town area. I wasn't going there with a plan. I wasn't going there to find anyone. I wasn't going there to cause another problem, because honestly I had already collected enough problems for one day. I just needed to walk. I needed to get away from the apartment, from my mother, from my brother, from the Nintendo disaster, from the lectures that were waiting for me when I eventually came back. So I started walking around the town, going in and out of random shops, looking at things I wasn't going to buy, because what money did I have? One miserable allowance, one miserable euro. My financial empire was thriving. And then I walked into that shop. You know, the Chinese shop that somehow sells everything. Toys, yes. Candy, obviously. Stationery, a whole aisle. Costumes, somehow. Random kitchen utensils, of course. Things you don't even know the purpose of. Probably 3 shelves of them. It was basically a papeleria. A papeleria basically is, in Spanish, called... Sorry. My laptop. Is called a stationery. So it was a papeleria, but like a China version of it. I don't know, because Chinese people were running that shop. So it was basically a papeleria mixed with a toy shop, a costume shop, and somebody's entire garage, which was true. And the funny thing was that everyone from school knew this place. You could walk in there and practically any time and somehow find somebody you knew. So I walked inside casually. I was looking around at the shelves, touching things I had absolutely no intention of buying, probably calculating whether my €1 could get me something remotely useful, when suddenly I heard a voice. I stopped. I didn't recognize it immediately. I kept looking at the shelves. Then I heard it again. I knew that voice. I turned my head slightly. I still couldn't see who it was. I walked a little further into the shop, and then I heard another voice. This time I knew exactly who it was. So I'm gonna explain this because I don't know if you guys have forgotten about this. So ages ago, in the very first beginning of these parts of the story time, I did say in one story time that I had like one friend that I called and talked about Erica's situation and what was going on, and this friend kept a secret from me. She kept it a secret, and I had to go on a journey to find that secret from my friend's friend. Is that story time? If people don't know, then you have to go back to that. It was actually the shitty look of Flora as well. Oh my god, the crappy look of face painting that I did, that I was complaining about the other video. Oh my god. But anyway, I did not know when I saw that. I don't know if I named my friend. I don't think so, but we're gonna call her Kiri. Kiri and Erica. It was them on the other side of the aisle. I did not know they were friends because I used to complain about Erica with Kiri, and now I see them together. It is sus. So I'm going to begin. Kiri, my only friend from school, and she was talking to someone. I couldn't see them yet, but I could hear the conversation. I stood there pretending to examine some completely random object on the shelf. I wasn't listening, obviously. I was just coincidentally standing approximately 3 feet away from a conversation I absolutely needed to hear. And then I heard Kiri say something about me. Mind you, that's my friend. My entire body went still. I slowly put the object back onto the shelf. Wait, why are they talking about me? I moved one aisle over, and that's when I finally saw her. Erica, of course. Of all the people in this entire town, of all the shops, of all the possible moments, Erica standing there with Kiri, talking, and apparently neither of them had noticed me yet. I immediately thought, okay, don't panic, you can leave. Just walk out. Simple, easy, normal, except I wanted to know what they were talking about me. And what was my first mistake? Because I stood behind the shelf pretending to look at things while secretly listening, and then Erica said something that made my stomach drop. I couldn't hear the entire sentence, just my name, and then Kiri answered her. I leaned slightly closer. My heart started beating faster, not because I was scared of Erica, not exactly, it was because after everything, not exactly that. I wasn't scared, not exactly because of that, but because of the fact that everything that has happened this day, this could not get any worse. I had a betrayer under my hands. Why was she talking about me to Kiri now? But also, since when they were friends? Because Kiri used to talk bad about Erica, but that was because she was a bully. She is a bully. So we were both talking about her, and now apparently she's hanging out with her behind my back, because she never told me about this. I had left my house to escape one disaster. I had walked into a shop to buy absolutely nothing, and somehow I had found another problem. I looked at the exit, then back at them, and my brain gave me two options: leave or find out what they're saying. I'm gonna leave it like that, and let's see what I choose next. But what I wrote next was also because what was said was hurtful, way more than the betrayal. What was said what was said, who knows, the next part will come of the story time and you will know what was said. But what was said was more hurtful than the betrayal, and that comes with disappointment. I was disappointed with my friend. So let's move on with the Kuromi box. Let me grab my Kuromi box and my Barbie box. I've got my Kuromi box. We are going to open it and let's see what mystery word comes up for today. So for today's story time, for you guys, for myself, you know how the story goes. Let's see, what do we need to know for today? Broken promises. It says broken promises, you know, just like how the story time went. Oh, I promise you, I'm not talking to this person. I promise you, I'm on your side. That's your friend says. And then the next thing you know is that they are with the person that you told them that you were talking about, and that is bad for you. Broken promises. Now we're going to be moving forward with my Barbie purse, but my Barbie box as well.